You're welcome. No, you're too kind. You're too kind. It was a great show, everyone. All right, we'll see you later. Okay. Hey, Unit 1, Topic C, new packet. Let's get into it here. We are talking unit rates here. So, what we've been looking at are ratios. And now, a rate is a more specific type of a ratio, and then a unit rate is a more specific type of a rate. So let's get this all organized of what we're dealing with here. So some of it's just based on technicalities here. And what I mean by that is a ratio that we are looking at, this is just a comparison of two numbers. Okay? 7 to 2. All right? 3 to 1. We've got ratios. Now, a rate simply puts words with it. So if we're saying something like $7, all right, for the 2 cans, we use the fraction bar here. Technically, I mean, I guess we could use the colon. We just don't see it though, all right? So again, we're going to use our ratio vocabulary here, our good math vocabulary, and yeah, get that fraction's really going to dominate here as we're moving forward. So yeah, that's what a rate is. It's just a comparison of two numbers and with words. And then we go even further and say a unit rate, and then a unit rate is how much for one. So we get even more specific. So the unit rates, and we'll kind of that would be saying like, hey, it's $3.50 for the 1 can. So ratios, just two numbers. Rates, hey, we got words with those numbers. Unit rates, we've got numbers with the words, and the bottom number is always a 1. The denominator is 1 because it's how much for 1. So there are things that we do want to keep in mind regarding setting up there. And these are two big ticket items here we want to be aware of. Regarding setting things up, money's always got to go up in the numerator. It's always got to go up top. So put a big old dollar sign, all right? And then put a fraction bar, and then put time here in the bottom. And box that in. That's something regarding setup wise, because that's going to be part of the concern. And you might say, well, don't we just keep it in order? Well, not exactly. Not with rates. Because of labeling, money on top, time on the bottom. Now, unless you're told differently, all right? And there's going to be some situations there, but hey, that is your go-to. So let's show you what we got going on here. Diet Cola was on sale last week. It cost $10 for every 4 packs of Diet Cola. So when you go into the store and you see that, you don't have to buy 4 of them. We can figure out what the unit rate is and how much it is for one. That's just an advertising thing that we use, people. So money on top. So that's why I've got the $10. And I've got the 4 packs that are here. Now, I want to know how much for one. And so we are going to set up an equivalent ratio here. Again, I want to know how much money for the 1 pack. So by setting up my equivalent ratio, I can keep things going as we've been seeing. And what do you do to the 4 to get to the 1? Well, remember your ratio table is because we're going left to right or right to left, it's multiplication or division. And hey, you're going to see that when we're finding unit rates, it's always a division problem. So yeah, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So yep, we do 10 divided by 4 up here. We can reach for our calculator. We can do mental math in this situation. All up to you, but you're going to get $2.50. So there it is. There's the unit rate. $2.50 for the 1 pack. Again, unit rates because it's labeled and it's how much for 1. That's what we're after here, people. All right, so let's kind of go into here a little bit. Let's see what we got going on. We got Tegan, all right, went to Gamer Realm to buy new video games. Gamer Realm was having a sale, $65 for 4 video games. He bought 3 games for himself and 1 game for his friend Diego. But Tegan does not know how much Diego owes him for the game. All right, what's the unit price of the games? All right, what's the unit rate? Okay, so really what they're after here is the unit price for the games, and unit rate, unit price, like I said, technicality and vocabulary that's there. It's really, people say it's the same thing, unit price and unit rate. So the idea is, hey, we've got $65 for the 4 games. Again, it's money, so I know money's got to go up into that numerator. But he gave one to his friend, so he wants to know how much one game is going to cost. Again, setup-wise, equivalent ratios, you're going to see we're doing a division problem. Hey, we're going to divide by 4. You can reach for that calculator, all right, and you can go ahead and do your division problem. So 65 divided by the 4, $16.25. So how much does his friend need to pay him? Yeah, $16.25. Now, if they're good friends, maybe we just say $16 and we call it even. Maybe if it's not as good friend, we bump it up to $17. I don't know. But hey, yeah, we're talking about the actual amount, $16.25 for the one game. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, this one's a nice one here. All right, because like we said, order's not always the case, but we know money's got to go on top. So at Walmart, we got 10 pencils for $1.29, or we can be going to Target and buying 15 for $1.85. What's the better buy? Okay, well, it depends on how many pencils that you need, but let's just say we need a lot of them that are there. Let's check this out. Remember, money on top, $1.29, all right? And that would be for the 10 of them, all right, the 10 pencils. If we figure out how much it is for the one pencil, then, hey, we can make a comparison. So, divide by 10. All right. Oh, people, make your elementary school teacher proud. Dividing by 10. What happens to that decimal? It should be moving. It should be moving. How many places? One place because of that 0. And we're moving to the left because it's going to make the number smaller. So that's a 0.129. Now, hey, people, when we talk money here, here's the other thing. 0.129, that's not a price tag. So we do need to round to the nearest cent. So we do use 2 base values when we are rounding here. So I'm looking at that 12. I need the 2. Let's look to the right. All right, that 9. Yes, that'll make me round up there. So 5 or higher. All right, that was your elementary school days. 5 or higher there. So it's really, we're looking at it, it's the 13 cents for the one pencil. If we check out what's going on at Target here, we've got $1.85 for the 15 pencils. Remember, we want to know how much it is for one pencil. That'll be my unit rate. And now I can make my comparison here. So we're going to divide by a 15. And you're going to start to see that you're always dividing by that denominator. Because anytime you divide a number by itself, you get the 1. So let's see here. 0.12 and then a whole bunch of 3s. So again, I'm looking at the 12. I'm looking to the right. It's a 3. Not going to make me round up. So we're looking at 12 cents for the pencil. Yeah. So technically in this case, Target would be the way to go. Again, figuring out how much for one is a big thing. We do this all the time in my house when we're at Costco. Costco will give you the little signs up there, and they'll give you the unit rates. They'll tell you either how much it is for one particular item. So it allows you to do some quick comparison shoppings here. So let's just make sure, again, technicality-wise here, what they're looking for. They got ratios and they've got rates. So again, the ratio would just be the number here. Let's just look at Andres here. His ratio. All right. So if I go up into his table, all right, his ratio. I see miles. I see hours. Now hours is a form of time. Remember, time always goes in the bottom. So that's going to be my second number here. So yeah. So I'm going to have miles up top. Time in the bottom. All right, so his ratio that's here, 208 to 4. His rate, though, would be 208 miles, all right, in the 4 hours. Okay, again, same thing, but labeling that's here. No need to fill that in for all of them. The one I want you to see in there is down here where they talk about finding the unit rates. And remember, the unit rate is how much for one. So when we come on back up here, we're going to do a division problem. And what are you going to divide by? Yeah, 4. 4. Because we want to know how much it is for 1. That's our denominator. This is why we also like the fraction technique here. So we can see the bottom number is a 1. We can see that we're dividing by a 4. So yeah, 208 divided by 4, 5, 2, 52. All right, 52 miles. Now again, like we said, we plug that into our calculator. No concerns that are there. So again, if I come on back down, and I know they weren't asking for it specifically there, but if they were asking for his unit rate, and then it says for each driver, let's just do the one that's here, we would end up putting down the 52. 52 what though? 52 miles, all right, for the 1 hour we are looking at. Now I've got the unit rates. So again, vocabulary-wise, like I said, it gets a little bit more specific. That's there. We see this on the road here. Your speed limits are listed as unit rates. They are in miles per hour, and that's something that we're going to end up seeing. And then so I would put that comment down here, per, all right? Per does mean for 1. So that's something we do want to get used to. Grocery store, bananas, 29 cents per pound, all right? Going to the gas station there, it's $3.89 per gallon. So we see that a lot around in our world. All right, people, so there's your rates. There's your unit rates. We're taken care of, all right? We're out of here.